Hello everyone and welcome to Python Expert Tutorial series. And today is day 14. We will be working on another interview question that is, can you build a calculator which will sum two numbers and inputs will come from the user. So that's what we are going to work on it today. So I have it over here set it up like we are working on creating a calculator which will sum the numbers by taking the inputs from the user. So let's start. So I hope you know, right? Calculator is a function, right? So if you say 1 plus 1, it will always add them up. It will not subtract or divide or like do anything else because calculator has a set, functionality. So the same way we are going to build a function today, which will just sum it, the numbers which we are going to take as an input from the user. So anything which we define, right, or create in Python as a function will start with def. We are going to, define them. So I can say calculator, or maybe I can say sum, right? And that'll be like taking two numbers, right? Number one, number two. And what I really want once we have these two arguments from the user, I want them to sum it up, right? I can just say print, right? Sum of, let's say, number one and number two, right? Um, is number one plus number two, right? So my function is defined here. So once I have these arguments or these inputs from the user, number one and number two, and once I call this function calculator underscore sum, it will give me a statement which will say sum of number one and number two is number one plus number two. So let's test it. So I want user to feed or give me the number one and number two. So I'll say maybe number one will be an integer and I want that an input as an input. Please, um, you know, please provide first number, right? Something like that. And number two will be the same. I want that to be integer, right? And input from the user, please provide second number, right? Now once I have called these and the user has provided me the inputs, I want to call my calculator underscore sum with number one and number two, right? So now if I run this whole like code, it will first ask me number one and number two. Once I have given those number one and number two, it will then call the calculator underscore sum function, and it will provide me this print statement. Let's run it. So I have to provide the first number, let's say 12, and the second number will be 13. The moment I hit enter, it will be like 25. It is going to show me the sum of 12 and 13 is 25. You see, the sum of 12 and 13 is 25. So the same way you can build another calculator for subtraction. I mean, you just have to say, negative over here, right? Uh, this one, you can do the same. Maybe you can just copy it, right? Go over here, paste it down, and you can just say maybe sub, right? And sort of just say sub, right? And over here you can say negative and number one, number two, and it should be sub, right? Now if I run this one, it will again ask you the numbers. I can say 50 and I can say, let's say 10. The answer should be 40. The sub of 50 and 10 is 40. So these are like some of the quickly performed, like you know you know interview questions, which during your Python interviews the interviewer can actually ask you, because they're actually easy to do, but then they require like set of skills and your understanding of Python, how that actually works. It's very simple, it's very basic, but sometimes people get stuck over here. But yeah, that's day 14 for you guys. Thank you so much.